Paul Wycherley in that bright yellow vest of the Way Kayak Club looks to have a small lead over the field, with Ben Farrell pushing him on the inside, lane number 3. But John Boynton just outside there, and Andy Daniels also looking strong. Coming into the closing stages, Wycherley and Daniels seem to be jointing to get out there, with Ben Farrell inside in lane number 3, and Tim Brabants is having a late push in there in lane number 7. Tim is always a very strong finisher, so let's see how he does up at the end of this race. Moving into the last 80 metres, it's Wycherley in lane number 4. Wycherley seems to be taking this race by the scruff of the neck, but Brabants out in lane number 7 is fantastic, as we knew he would do. But it's Wycherley in lane number 4 that seems to be going to take the line first, which he does, and in fact he's followed over by lane number 5, that's Andy Daniels. Rachel looked very compelling this morning in her heat in her new boat, which she received delivery of out in Seville during April. I'm completely assured by her dad that it goes faster than the last one, and that's great news for GB Women's Canoeing. And as we look down the course, the action is indeed in the central lanes. That's Louisa Sawyers in lane number 3. Just outside her, Hayley Mason in the red vest of Nottingham is very much in contention. In lane number 5, Rachel in her red and black boat with her yellow vest of the Way Kayak Club. And her clubmate, Abby Edmonds, in lane number 6, is not out of this race yet. And they're closed down with about 150 metres to go. And indeed, it's Rachel Cawthorne in that red and black boat. Paddling towards the 100-metre buoy, looks to have a lead over this field. Looking very comfortable, very strong, and inside her in lane number 4, that's Hayley Mason from Nottingham, is being pressed by Louisa Sawyers and Abby Edmonds. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, these conditions are really very difficult for the athletes. Rachel Cawthorne is not going to let anyone take this race away from her. She is very strong and completely in control of it as she closes down on the last 5 metres. It is indeed Rachel Cawthorne from Way takes first place ahead of lane number 4. That's Hayley Mason. And the athletes are moving into about the last 230 metres of the race, and there's a strong showing from Jess Walker and Louisa Sawyers out there in lane number 6, and just outside them, Rachel Cawthorne and Hayley Mason are going head to head. Crossing the 200-metre mark, there's just 200 metres to go, and there's really not much between these two boats. Jess Walker with the blue vest of Royal and the white headband, behind her Louisa Sawyers out there in lane number 6, and in lane 7 it's Rachel Cawthorne and Hayley Mason. This is a very competitive race with no quarter given from either of these girls. Rachel Cawthorne and Hayley Mason look to have taken a short lead ahead of Walker and Sawyers. Let's see if they can respond in the last section of the race. But it looks like Cawthorne and Mason out there in lane number 7 have got about a boat length ahead of Walker and Sawyers, and it is indeed Cawthorne and Mason that win by about 3/4 of a boat length from Walker and Sawyers in lane number 6. And the third place is going to go to lane number 5. And James Crane had a very, very solid lead there, as did Ben Jeffries, or Richard Jeffries just on his inside. Richard Jeffries in lane number 5 from Nottingham. Resting over the big waves there out on the course. But out in lane number 9, Matt Lawrence too is really having a very good showing. And Lawrence is having an absolute steamer here. He's got a short head length ahead of James Train in lane number 6, and Richard Jeffries is having a storming race in lane number 5. And it looks as if this is going to be between Matt Lawrence in lane number 9 versus Richard Jeffries. And Richard Jeffries takes first place in lane number 5, followed by Matt Lawrence from Lake Buzzard in lane 9. And they're off. And Schofield and McKeever have had their usual powerful start. Johnny Schofield in the red boat is made a flyer. Egg Hawks just outside him. He's looking good. And then McKeever with the white vest with the red stripe on it representing red. lane number 9, Keith Moulton, is doing well. And it looks as if this is going to go down between 4, 5 and 6. That's Schofield and McKeever. Schofield just has the edge about from Heath, and it's Johnny Schofield who's going to take the line first ahead of lane number 5, that's Lynn Heath. And third place goes to Ed McKeever. And they're off. And it's a high-powered stroke rate, gets Cox and McKeever off the start and in good shape, but they're being pressurised by Lynn Heath and Johnny Schofield just outside them in lane 4 as they pick up greater boat speed. Outside them on the far outside, that's the Moore Brothers and Chelmsford are having a good first half of the race, but this is really going to go down to Heath and Schofield and McKeever and Cox. Who's got the strength to drive through to the end? It looks like Heath and Schofield with just a nose ahead of McKeever and Cox, and it isn't.